doing the 1.8. But then I look inside their office, and they got like 9 call center people and 4 accountants. Let's see what the real needs are. I need 1 call center person / dispatcher for this company. Question it, I got to put out 2.7 calls a day. Times 6, that's 16.2 calls a day that I have to get out the door. That's an average. If my person works 8 hours a day, they got to handle 2 calls an hour. 1/2 hour for every call that comes in. Now, granted, there may have to be a call in and a call out. So maybe it will be double this. Gee, that's 4 an hour, 1 every 15 minutes. Most people do not measure the productivity of their call center people, or they play some whacked out game as to what should my percentages be inside to outside. I don't know what they should be. I know what my outside people can produce, and I know what reasonably somebody can take on the phone and get booked. And I don't think it's unreasonable for me to expect a call center person to be able to take calls and dispatch somewhere around 8 to 10 calls an hour. So before I even have to add a second person here, I got a lot of room for growth with just this one person. Now, it's got to be the right person. I got to have this person excited, motivated. Will I get him at $8 an hour? No way. I need to pay some real money to this person if I'm going to have this business. But you know what? I can afford to pay a real person, real money, to do this job because I'm making so much money in this company. I need 1 bookkeeping person, max. I don't even think I need a full-time person. I'm moving only 16.2 invoices a day. That's it. And, of course, I'm moving the time card that goes with that. So I've got 6 trucks, 6 guys in the field, 1 call center person, and 1 bookkeeper. The payroll's got to be done for it. Got it, get it, understand it. That's about an hour every week. Now, the invoices are what really forces you to build accounting people because those have to be looked at. They have to be processed. Purchases have to go with those. All those things have to do that. So here's the kick here. This is 16.2 calls a week. If my person's working, a day, 16.2 calls a day. If my person's working 8 hours, that's 2 per hour. That's it. 1/2 hour for an invoice to get processed in if I'm using a computer, which this company should be using a computer, to be able to do that. Folks, I could manually answer 16 calls in less than an hour. This is not backbreaking work. This is not, I need to add another accountant. And yet you will hear this from your field, from your personnel. I'm overwhelmed. I'm overworked. Everybody that isn't always is. Everybody who is really not overworked will always tell you that they are. It's job security. I once had an individual crying that she was so overwhelmed. She had 2 children at home. She was giving me 11 to 12 hours a day. Mr. A, I just can't handle this anymore. You need to get me somebody else. And I said, fill out a yellow legal pad and come back in tomorrow and let's go over what you do daily, weekly, monthly, and quarterly that takes up all this time. And then let's figure out how many people we need to get and exactly what talents we have to have. The next day she ducked me for half a day. Finally we caught up with each other and I said, what's going on? And she said, it's not possible. It's simply not possible. I said, what is it? She said, look, I took this pad and I filled out everything I'm supposed to do, and look at it, it takes up 3 pages on my pad. And I'm going, well, what do we need? How many more people do we need? How many more hours? She's calling me Mr. A. Mr. A, as best I can figure, I should get this done in 4 hours a day. And I smiled and I said, well, let's see how we can get it done in 4 hours a day. Now, here's what she was doing. She was allowing the technicians to come in the morning and interfere. Our call center person was asking her all sorts of questions during the course of the day, and she was getting distracted from what she was supposed to do. She was not being productive, and hence she was losing her day. Once we got that under control, her life changed. She was a happy camper. I had to teach her how to close her door and put up a sign that says, do not disturb. The same way there's a sign outside this door right now while I'm talking to you. So Michelle Schlingman can be here, and I can be here, and nobody's going to come and get me about a phone call unless it is an absolute emergency. You have to take control of your life. Remember, you control your time and your people's time. This is what we do as a manager. So we have to